What's going on, Joe fans? Syntax Collector here with another review. This time for the 2-pack, Sgt. Slaughter and Mercer. Figure 173. I got this off of Amazon. So these figures are just dropping like flies left and right. Got the box here. Got the G.I. Joe insert with a piece of paper. Got the figures here in the plastic. Tons of inserts. Go ahead and crack it out. Okay, let's go ahead and look at Mercer first. First impressions. Yeah, he's looking good compared to the OG from '87. Let's look at his accessories. So looks like they gave him a backpack that's similar to the original, but it looks like this is a reuse from somebody else, but it's similar to the OG. Cool little backpack, which we barely get backpacks anymore. He's got an alternate head sculpt, which I kind of like better than that one. His head sculpt looks like a reuse almost of like Road Pig. And then he's got pistol with the suppressor, handgun, which is gonna go in here. He's got nowhere for the suppressor, which is interesting. And then he's got knife. Got a knife sheath right here on the boot, which is constantly falling off, as I noticed already. So it's not the greatest. And then they gave him glasses, which came from Leatherneck originally. Some extra hands or fists. I think this is for him. And they gave him 2 rifles that look kind of futuristic. Don't think these are based on anything, but super rubbery. This one's got this Tommy gun type mag, the drum mag pops out there. Again, super gummy. And this one looks a little more realistic. And then the figure himself, put on this other head sculpt. So as you know, or should know, Mercer debuted in G.I. Joe the movie with the Renegade, or I guess I'm gonna call them Slaughter's Marauders, or Slaughter's Renegades. It was him, Red Dog, and Taurus that were under Sgt. Slaughter. I guess they were the Renegades, Slaughter's Renegades before Slaughter's Marauders. And he used to be a Cobra Viper, or excuse me, yeah, Viper. That's why he's got the crossed out Viper on his chest, the Cobra logo. So you see the original, got the black boots, gave him knee pads on this version, darker blue pants, still got the gray across the side. And the knife is extra. And we got the waist belt, which was similar from the OG I see. And then we got the pistol in the chest shoulder holster. Yeah, again, the same type of strapping, 2 pockets there, the dark red vest, and then this arm thing, and then black gloves with the gauntlets, a gauntlet over here, and then the wristwatch over here on the left wrist. Then they gave him some tattoos. I forget what this one was. That supposed to be like a Black Widow. That was a Cobra tattoo. They gave him some tattoos there. And then the black stripes up here. And a similar hairdo and even the look. He did a good job of that. So yeah, they just kind of modernized them, gave him some more details, like coloring on the clip, the Cobra logo, the zipper, the bullets there in the waist. So yeah, you know this is Mercer. And I think we have a 2-pack coming with Red Dog and Taurus, which I have customs of. Benny made me a custom Mercer already too, but sent it back to Benny once I saw this was coming out. So yeah, this is definitely a cool upgraded Mercer. Alright, here's a Sarge that nobody wanted or nobody asked for. And at first, I thought this was supposed to be a Sarge to match, like from 88 for the driver of the Warthog, which kind of has some similarities. Then when I went digging, I realized it had nothing to do with this Sarge. There was actually a Sergeant Slaughter from 2006. That was like a Collectors Club exclusive that had this camo pants. So just like this, really. So that's what this is doing. I don't know why they did this version with Mercer and the other Renegades. So here's the first release of Sarge. I'm not going to show you Slaughter's Mars because he was just a repaint. So here's the first release of Sarge, and we'll see if there's any similarities. Quick glance. Looks like no. Looks like it should be all brand new, it's looking like. Except for maybe his hat. Maybe the glasses. What did they do with the glasses there? Did they... don't they like glued those on there? But anyway, so there's Sarge. Yeah, it's kind of wonky. So like I do like these camo pants, but we'll get into that. Let's get into his accessories first. So he's got his drill sergeant hat with the ranking on there, which this is probably reuse from this Sarge. And then they gave him an alternate head sculpt without the... so I'm not sure if I'll use this one or not. But I got that. And then they gave him extra hands. Looks like they gave him a punching fist by default. Oops. See, like a watch over there. So we'll put his like grabbing hand. And I want to say Sarge was the first one. The first release of Sarge had like the alternate hands. So this thing looks wonky with this arm, but we'll see how that plays out. And I might just end up putting him in my desert display since he's all like desert camo. But yeah, there's extra hands, which probably came from the first Sergeant Slaughter. I can't remember if the first Sarge had the baton or not, but here's the baton. And then we got a beret, which this reminded me of, and it's got the same emblem. I'm not sure what this emblem is, but it's got the emblem on the flash, and it's got the emblem on this Marine Corps style hat, which they probably got from Leatherneck. And then this beret obviously probably came from like Stalker, somebody. But this reminded me of like his WWF or WWE. Actually, these digs kind of remind me of, I think he did something like this deco for WWF. And that's what this beret reminds me of, maybe when he turned heel in WWF. But I'm not the best at wrestling knowledge. Then we got this big old Bowie knife, which goes over here. And then he's got this sweet revolver, almost like a Desert Eagle feel, but it's a revolver. I don't think a Desert Eagle is a revolver, but it looks like a Desert Eagle, but it's a revolver. So that goes there. And then you've got this random suppressor. So I don't know. The suppressor, maybe the suppressor goes on this weapon. And this mag actually comes out. And this looks like kind of like a futuristic type weapon, but it looks like it could be a real weapon as well. I think I've 3D printed one of these before in resin, like a G something. But that's a cool little weapon. Not sure if it goes to Sarge or Mercer, either or. And again, pretty gummy. So all the weapons for some reason have been really gummy in this pack. And then here we have basically M203, so it's the M16 with the rocket launcher attachment. Mag comes out, super cool. Again, gummy, really gummy weapon. Great looking weapon, but super gummy. Thought Hasbro was past the gummy weapons. And then this thing looks kind of like a mix between like could be real or Halo's. Got these big old grenades, like a grenade launcher, not grenade, but like a small high caliber launcher of some sort. But that thing's cool. Again, not as gummy. It's got a little more sturdiness to it. Huge weapon. And then we got Sarge. The camo is awesome. If they could actually like, kind of reminds me of the 60th anniversary guys. Sorta. So here's the 60th anniversary soldier. Sort of similar, but yeah, the deco camo's a little different. And then if we compare them to, like I said, this is pretty much, looks just like that 2006 Sergeant Slaughter. I think it was like version 5. So it's a Collector's Club from 06. But we can see the boots are different, the pants are different. We've got the pinless. Even this old one had pinless. I don't know why some had pins and some didn't. Because even after this one, there was like pins. But anyway, the legs are different. The waist, obviously the belt is different. Yes, that waist is going to be different too then. Yeah, so that waist is going to be different. And then the chest is different. The arms are different. As you can see, these are newer pinless arms. And then they gave him a watch, which he didn't have on his first release. I wonder if this came from Tunnel Rat. That one on Tunnel Rat was a pain. But the arms are going to be different because this was pins and these are pinless. Obviously the torso is different. The neck looks like it could be different. And then the head. Obviously, this one's different. It's got the whistle in it, and this one, he's got the whistle around his neck. This head is probably the same. I don't want to take the hat off and everything. You should know how much of a pain that is. So yeah, at least they didn't give us just a repaint. This is like a whole fresh Sarge. So I don't know how I feel about it. Like I said, this camo is awesome because I loved the camo off of this one. So Classified could just get better and give us some more desert troops. So he'll go on my desert shelf. I just don't, this was just a weird figure to throw in with. I mean, it kind of fits because it was a Renegades Collectors Club. And I think the rest of them may have been camo. But I would rather, I mean, because I guess they just didn't want to do another repaint of this and put USA across his chest. I mean, they should give us a triple T. So I don't know, I guess. If they can just use this camo again, that'd be awesome. Even if they repainted these guys or gave us somebody, give us some desert troops. Next year is supposed to be the Arctic troops with the Snowcat HasLab. So I'm digging it, man. We didn't want it, but yeah, I think I'll probably go with this cap if I'm gonna throw in my desert. Give him this cap. I still don't know what that symbol is. Maybe it's a Renegade symbol. But yeah, there we go. So we got Sarge. Definitely wasn't expecting that one because I wasn't collecting Joe's in 06. I started again back in like 07 when 20th anniversary came out. But there we go. There's the Renegades. There's Sarge, Desert. We got Mercer. If you want the Renegades, you gotta get it. Like, comment, subscribe. JJ out.